A Little Princess.
A Little Princess.
Chapter 1. Sarah Goes to School. On a
dark winter's day, a little girl sat in a cab with her father.
A dark winter's day, a little girl sat in a cab with her father. She
stared out the window as the cab drove through foggy London.
She stared out the window as the cab drove through foggy London.
Sarah Crewe was only 7, but she seemed much older.
Sarah Crewe was only 7, but she seemed much older. She was
always dreaming and thinking.
At
that moment, she was thinking about her long trip from India.
At that moment, she was thinking about her long trip from India.
She had just arrived in London with her father.
She had just arrived in London with her father. It felt
strange. The child from a hot sunny place and arrive in a cold dark one.
Strange to travel from a hot sunny place and arrive in a cold dark one. Soon
the cab stopped in front of a big brick house.
The cab stopped in front of a big brick house.
A brass sign on the forest door said, Miss Minchin's boarding school for young ladies.
Brass sign on the front door said, Miss Minchin's boarding school for young ladies.
Papa, is this the palace?
Papa, is this the place?
Sarah whispered.
Yes, she replied. We have reached it last.
Yes,
he replied.
We have reached it at last.
Sarah's
mother had died when Sarah was born.
Sarah's mother had died when Sarah was born. Sarah's
father was an officer in the British Army.
Father was an officer in the British Army. He was very
rich and handsome, and gave Sarah whatever she wanted.
Rich and handsome, and gave Sarah whatever she wanted. Sarah
had lots of toys and clothes. Servants took care of all her needs.
Had lots of toys and clothes. Servants took care of all her needs. In India,
he has only one worry.
She'd had only one worry. Her
father believed that the climate in India was healthy.
Father believed that the climate in India wasn't healthy. So
one day he would send her to school in England.
One day he would send her to school in England. And now that day had come.
Captain Crewe knocked on the door of the school.
Captain Crewe knocked on the door of the school. A servant
answered and led them inside. Sarah, looking around at the ugly sitting room with its heavy curtains turned on.
Looked around at the ugly sitting room with its heavy wooden furniture.
I don't like it here, Papa, she said.
I don't like it here, Papa,
she said.
But soldiers promptly don't like going into battle either.
Soldiers probably don't like going into battle either.
Captain Crewe lied. Oh, Sarah, you say such wonderful things.
Crew laughed.
Oh, Sarah, you say such wonderful things. What will I
What will I do? What about you? He squeezed her into his arms for a hug.
do without you?
He swept her into his arms for a hug. A moment later,
the headmistress, Miss Minchin, entered the room.
the headmistress, Miss Minchin, entered the room. The headmistress had large fishy
The headmistress had large fishy eyes and a loud fishy smile.
and a large fishy smile. Sarah thought
The woman looked just like her school, tall, ugly.
the woman looked just like her school, tall, dull, ugly. Miss
Miss Minchin knew that Captain Crow was rich.
Minchin knew that Captain Crew was rich. She
tried to please him by buzzing Sarah.
tried to please him by praising Sarah.
What a beautiful child! The headmistress exclaimed. But I'm not beautiful, Sarah thought. Miss Minchin is making that up. Sarah stood quietly near her father while he and the headmistress talking. Because Sarah's father was very rich, Sarah was have many nice things at school. There could be a pretty bedroom and sitting room and pony and carriage. A maid will have her. Sarah reached too much. Captain Crow took the headmistress. Mr. goes outside. He saw ride her pony or buy some new dolls. Oh, Papa, said Sarah, I don't need a lot of new dolls. I only need Emily. Who's Emily? Asked Miss Minchin. Tell her, Sarah, Captain Crow said, smiling. She spilled dolls that Peppa is going to buy for me, said Sarah. She be my friend when Peppa is in India. I talked to her about him. Miss Mitchell's fish-sized mouth rolled winter. What's an ill child? She exclaimed loudly. She's such a darling girl. Yes, says Captain Crow. He built her clothes. She's just a darling girl. Please take very good care of her for me, Miss Minchin.